So you said you was always calling yourself a rapper, always wanted to be that, whatever it may be. Like,
Yeah.
so I guess who was some of like your musical inspirations? What made you want to dive into like the rap scene as opposed to like any other genre of
Any other
music?
genre. I'm surprised. Like I grew up on oldies. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma, she brought me to my first shows and concerts. Like I remember just being like at all like 70 artists concerts. Like Maze, Frankie Beverly, all of them. Like I used to go to the Dell in Philly. That's a venue, but it's an outside venue, and I could never afford to get inside the show, so I would like watch through the gate, and I just see like, damn, one day I'm gonna be on top. And sometimes we'd climb over top of the fucking ticket box just to see inside the show. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to watch from the outside. So that was just like one of my earliest memories and like one of my like early inspirations. Like, damn, I want to be an artist.
My God, is that the Faces of the Future? Yo, it's your boy Myles. Welcome to all new episode of the Faces of the Future podcast. We got Shaddi G in the building today. How you doing today, bro?
What's up, man? I'm feeling great. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. What you been up to lately, bro?
Shit, man. Just dropped a project called Welcome to the Cartel. You know what I'm saying? Just working on new music.
Yeah, you just been working on new music mainly? Nothing else, really?
Yeah, no, I just got off a tour and shit. Yeah, I was on a tour 4 nights with the Cartel.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I know you just dropped a new project. Let's take it back, though. Like, so you're originally from South Jersey, right?
Yeah, Sicklerville.
Okay. So what was it like growing up in Sicklerville? Like, was music always, I guess, your entry point, or were you doing other stuff before you dove into, like, the music scene, making music, that type of thing?
Yeah, Sicklerville is just like any other, you know what I'm saying, town in New Jersey and shit.
Yeah.
I was playing sports and stuff like that, but it was never like, any sport I ever played was just 1 year, literally. Football, 1 year, basketball, 1 year. I was never too interested in it. Like, I fuck with watching it and all that, but nah. But I always been, like, musically inclined and shit. Like, I play instruments and all type of shit, so.
What instruments did you play coming up?
Trombone.
I did not expect you to say trombone. Yeah, what got you into playing the trombone? You never played any other instruments? That's just the main thing?
No, yeah, just trombone. What really got me into trombone, I was already, like, writing and shit. You know what I mean? So one of the music teachers had heard, like, me rapping one day, like, because we used to always rap at the lunch table and shit, so.
Okay.
He was like, would you like be interested in playing a fucking instrument? So I'm like, yeah, I'll come down there one day, try out. I'm like, all right, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never made it to like the like winter concerts and all that shit.
Yeah.
Cause I ended up bringing my trombone back because my mom was complaining because I was always bringing it back home, playing it loud as hell all day. And my mom like quiet that shit down. So I just ended up bringing a instrument back. And yeah.
I mean, did that like discourage you like from the music process? Like your mom like telling you like to
no, because even when I went back to school, like, and I stopped playing it, I still was going to the music class just to hear the music. Like I was sitting in the back of the class and stuff. So
So you navigating. What age was that when you started playing trombone?
That was what, 5th grade.
Okay.
Grade? Yeah.
So you never like dabbled anything else? Like you never like in the choir, nothing like that? Just more
I was in a choir. I was in a church choir when I was younger. Yeah, I was in a church choir, but I'm Muslim, so. You know what I'm saying? But my brothers in them.
Yeah.
I used to go to like Bible study when I was younger and shit. But
I mean, do you think that helped like helped with your musical ability, like stage presence, things of that nature? I seen like some of your videos, things of that nature, like whether it's like the content you posted, like you feel like you're very comfortable in front of like a camera, in front of people, whatever it may be. Do you think like growing up playing like in the playing instruments, being in the choir, whatever it may be, helped with that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like outgoing and stuff. I always had the personality and the energy. I was like, as far as performing and just being like in front of people and camera, like I never been shy. Like I'm gonna show it one day. I got videos on YouTube when I was younger and shit, just like flexing money.
You trying to be a YouTuber or what?
Yeah, I definitely was. Like,
I feel you.
Definitely like just little kid shit. Feel me? Trying to be a YouTuber, just record myself. Like I always been outgoing. So.
No, definitely. So as you navigate, that's 5th and 6th grade. So you getting into like middle school, high school. Is that when you first started like making music, like getting into the studio? Like what age was that about?
Like I've been trying to get into the studio when I was younger. Like I always before I even was a rapper, I identified as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Before I started making music, like people would ask me like, I'd just be like, I'm a rapper. And this is when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 5, 6 years old. I was writing raps and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm a rapper. But as far as getting into the studio and like really recording, like middle school, 7th grade year, I was 12, 13.
That's early.
I dropped my first song, called Life of a Savage.
Yeah.
Feel me? I dropped that. It was going crazy in my hometown and shit. So I was like, and I just seen people I performed for the first time. You know what I'm saying? That's how I met my manager. Then I seen the crowd. I'm like, shit, we going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you was always calling yourself a rapper, always wanted to be that, whatever it be. Like,
Yeah.
so I guess who was some of like your musical inspirations? What made you want to dive into like the rap scene as opposed to like any other genre of
Any other
music?
genre. I'm surprised. Like I grew up on oldies. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma, she brought me to my first shows and concerts. Like I remember just being like at all like 70 artists concerts. Like Maze, Frankie Beverly, all of them. Like I used to go to the Dell in Philly. That's a venue, but it's an outside venue, and I could never afford to get inside the show, so I would like watch through the gate, and I just see like, damn, one day I'm gonna be on top. And sometimes we'd climb over top of the fucking ticket box just to see inside the show. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to watch from the outside. So that was just like one of my earliest memories and like one of my like early inspirations. Like, damn, I want to be an artist. Just seeing how it just like move people and it's all different color people inside of the crowd. Like it's white people, black people, Asian people, and R&B and soul music, which is quote unquote like black music. I'm like, damn, like for it to be black music is bringing all different people together. So
Nah, definitely. So that was like an inspiration, I guess, an entryway into music. So what was, I guess, who was the artist that kind of like triggered you into the hip hop?
As far as hip hop,
Yeah,
Jeezy, Future. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up listening to Yo Gotti, people like that, because my mom and shit. So you know what I'm saying, I remember just being in the back with my dad, back of the car, just like listening to Jeezy, Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane, just people like that.
Yeah, so you dive into more like the, I guess now it's
Trap.
like the not just trap, it's like the older artists as opposed to like the new artists today.
Not today, like I'm saying, like that's what inspired me to make music in the first place. Like I just wanted to be like them, like
yeah,
because rappers was just like it was bigger than music at the time. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger,
yeah.
So when it was time for me to start making music, Future, Meek, like Dirk and all them niggas was coming up. So that's what really inspired me at that moment.
No, for sure. So Life of a Savage drops. You in 7th grade, you said, right?
That's the song. I had dropped a project called Life of a Savage as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what, 2 years ago, last year?
Yeah, but the song you said, your first
the
song that you made. Yeah, so like how was it received by like your I guess your friends, your family? Like, was it, I always ask artists, is like your first record, some people's first records are trash. They like, all right, I got to go back to the studio, make some new shit. But like, was it received well by everybody else?
I'm gonna say, this is one thing I'm gonna say about me. I ain't no cocky nigga, but my first music is hard as shit. Like I still can go back to my first songs, like, and be like, damn, like I'm hard. Like,
yeah.
I know a lot of people, but they gotta get better and all that stuff. But like, obviously, I'm growing, I'm getting better. Like I'm always trying to get better. But I'm saying like for the starter songs and then, like my first pieces of art, I was hard as hell.
Yeah. So you navigating through. So what came after that? Like after you dropped that first project, or was it just you continue to just like flood the streets with like singles and stuff like that? Or you dropped, or that next project came around, or that first project came around?
I was just dropping singles and stuff. Oh, you talking about Life of a Savage, the first song? Yeah. After I dropped the project, not the song, when I was in 6th grade. When I dropped the project, the full body of work, I was just working singles and stuff like that because I had just got off of Powerhouse. I performed at Powerhouse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So after I performed at Powerhouse, I dropped the album. Just going crazy, just dropping more singles.
How was that experience performing at Powerhouse? That's a big stage, especially in the area. That's a real big stage, especially being as young as you are. Like you going to perform at Powerhouse. What was that experience like?
That was crazy. Like
yeah,
hell yeah.
How did that come about?
Especially for like where I was at in my career. Like people don't start performing at Powerhouse till they like broken, like like big artists already. So for me to be able to be presented with that opportunity, that was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you asked how that came about. That came about because, so my mom had sent me a link one day, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like basically to submit a song to be put into like a draft or like something like that, a RAF. So boom. That was like 4 months prior. Then one day, I forgot I even submitted my song. Till one day somebody texted me like, congratulations. I'm like, congratulations. I check it. It's talking about top 5 artists or top 4 artists to vote for. So it was like polls, and like whoever had the highest votes, you win to like open up for Powerhouse.
Right.
So after that, we seen that. Like we just going crazy. I was in school when it happened. Like I was in school when I got the message. So we just going around the school telling everybody like, yo, y'all got to vote for Shaddi. Y'all got to vote for Shaddi. You know what I'm saying? So we were just promoting it like that, just having everybody vote for me. And like, I think it was like 2 days left. It was like 2 days left. They was supposed to turn in the votes and like announce the person that day. But they had, so now it's like extra nerves and stuff. We like, damn, well, did we win? Did we not? Boom. Then the next day after they was initially posted, they posted it and I won. So that shit was just crazy, feel me?
Yeah, that was a crazy feeling, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, like you said, you had already dropped that first project or not yet by Powerhouse?
No, not yet.
Okay. So you building momentum at this point.
Yeah.
So like, are people asking for a project at this point? They like, yo, when you gonna drop a full length tape?
Yeah.
So like, what was the reason for not like, I guess, dropping a project before then? Did you want to just build your fan base up, or like, what was your mindset behind that?
One, I didn't. I mean, it was just a more of a, like having a clarity of direction where I wanted to go with the project in the first place. Like at that moment, like during Powerhouse, we was already building a project. You know what I'm saying? We was already building it. So by the time Powerhouse just came, it was just like perfect timing to like drop. You know what I'm saying? We still ain't even dropped like right after, but we still was just building the momentum. You know what I'm saying? But building the momentum after that, just working the songs anyway.
Yeah, so like as you're navigating, you know, like the music industry is obviously always changing, whether it be from like streaming, from like that's how you get noticed, to like the blog era, to like now it's like TikTok, social media. Like, so you as an artist, like coming up as the industry continues to change, like how has that been for you trying to like market yourself or like push through or break through? Have you like faced challenges, or you just kind of just going with what comes at you at the end of the day?
I mean, it's new. Obviously, it's something new. Like, cause I remember where you didn't like. Obviously, content always been a thing. Like, it always been important to be able to put your music in front of new people. You know what I'm saying? And continue to build your brand. But now, I mean, obviously I face challenges because it's like, it's just all about knowing your brand at the end of the day, feel me? Like, just getting to know your brand. And especially, like, just moving on from different projects onto the next one. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying, know your brand at the end of the day. But, yeah, with the TikTok and all that shit, like, ain't hard. You don't know which song is going to go or like which video is going to go. So I just try not to chase you know what I'm saying, virality and shit. Like, obviously I want to go viral. I want, you know what I'm saying, had that breaking song where it's like this shit is going crazy.
Yeah.
But like, you can't think of it like that. Like, I'm trying to go viral, because after you will hear it in the song. Like, it was a point in time where I was trying to go viral, so I'm like trying to make viral songs. And I'm like, this ain't it. Just try to make the music that I like, make my best music, and then try to build the content around that. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. So like you say, there was moments you was trying to go viral. Was there songs that like you was in the studio like, oh, this gonna be the one, and then something else catches you didn't even expect it to catch?
Yeah. So it's like you don't want to have no. Definitely have expectations, but you don't want to over expect, because you don't want to upset yourself when that's not the one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then a whole other joint go. So it's just, like I said, it's about working on records and stuff. Like, if you drop a project, keep promoting every song, not just focus on one song. Like, this gonna be the one,
Yeah.
because you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. So, your first project, Life of a Savage, was who was that produced by? Was like, did you go to a bunch of different producers?
Yeah, I had a bunch of producers. I had Ace Lex on there. I had Rio Leva on there from Internet Money. He like multi-platinum producer. Ace Lex, multi-platinum producer. I had a lot of people on there. Getro, there was a lot of people on there. But Welcome to the Cartel, that was all exclusively produced by GLA.
Okay.
That's a producer from Germany.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How'd you build that connection all the way in Germany?
Yeah, all the way in Germany. I had made a song on one of his YouTube beats, feel me? Then I had emailed him like, bro, we gotta work more. And I let him hear the song. And he was like, hell yeah, like, you hard. So we just built a connection over the phone and stuff. We FaceTime and we making beats personally now, like from scratch on the phone. Like, add that sound, add this sound, take that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we making beats like over the phone on FaceTime. So, yeah.
So with the creative direction from Welcome to the Cartel, like, what was the, I guess what was the mission behind that? Like, who is the Cartel? You said you were with the Cartel out doing stuff. So who's that consistent of? Like your group or what?
See, yeah, originally, like, the Stomper Cartel shit started off, like, not as a group, but, like, my friends and stuff, like, just calling us the Stomper Cartel and shit like that. But after time, I was like, I wanted something bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted more than just, like, ain't no gang or nothing, but, like, I wanted to be more than just the bros. You know what I'm saying? I want to be, like, a movement. So I detached it from, like, just the bros and all that shit. But I really came up with it in the first place because before I was even starting a Stomper Cartel shit, I used to call myself Stomper. You know, people be saying they stepping.
Yeah.
But what's more than stepping? Stomping.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it ain't even, like I said, it ain't no gang shit. Like, normally when people say they stepping, they talking about like gang shit. But stop to me, it's an acronym. STOMP, standing tall on many principles. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just whatever you believe in, whatever you value as a person. You know what I'm saying? Your morals, your principles. Stand tall on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
every day.
So where does like some of your principles lie? Like what are some of your main morals? I guess.
My main morals, yeah, like I said, standing on business. And when I mean standing on business, that's like being accountable for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell yourself you're gonna do something, be able to do it, and every day wake up. You know what I'm saying, with that same hunger. But like I got a lot of principles. Like one of them just, you know what I'm saying, loyalty. You know what I'm saying, staying true to yourself, like authentic, always.
Yeah, so when it comes to like the loyalty and then like I guess like just standing on business, things of that nature, like what is, I mean, have you had any moments? Yeah, I know you're still like early in your career where it's like, all right, things have been tough, like you're not getting the traction that you want or whatever, and you like had to like pivot, or like when it comes to the team, you got a solid team that walked in with you, like I guess removing people or adding people to the team to make sure like it fits the right way so you can accelerate your career the way it needs to be. Like have you faced those challenges yet?
I mean, yeah, like obviously I'm still in my hometown and shit, so it'd be like I had to separate. Like one, I haven't had to move anybody from my team personally, like within my music career. But
yeah,
as far as just moving people out of my circle, outside of my music team, like my friends that I grew up with, like definitely have to separate myself to like get some time to myself and really know like what I'm doing with this music shit. Feel me? Cause like I said, I ain't. People still like I'm trying to grow outside of my hometown and shit. So it'd be like people feel like they know the old you or something. Feel me? So they gonna treat you as how they know you.
Yeah.
So like as you growing and stuff, people ain't gonna like see you as the superstars. Like nigga, we know you your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just like moving certain people out of my life and stuff like that.
How do you bob and weave with that though? Like you saying like I saw you just got a billboard and everything like in your hometown. Like so like that's a sign. Like normally when artists get billboards, it's like all right, yo, people are really paying attention now. Like you saying people are saying, oh, we know you, or maybe they'll be like, oh, you're not really like that.
Yeah, niggas try to treat you like you're not who you are.
Yeah, like
but
so
it's like I am who I am and I've been who I am. It's just that, especially because it's different for me because I'm like not even on no belittling people or like I've been like I used to hang around a lot of people like. I'm mentally growing, I'm spiritually growing. Like I'm way more spiritual now, way more mentally strong, and I'm beyond just service level, just shit that might be exciting to some people. Like not even just where I'm from, but like people my age in general. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, I just been evolving. So it's like you just gotta cut off certain people. Like we ain't on the same shit no more. Like so it ain't really hard. Just bobbing and weaving as far as that. Just like. Staying away from it for real. Like it's still there. I'm still cool with certain people and stuff like that, but we just can't hang no more.
Nah, I feel that. So let's talk about the project a little bit. So Skateboard P, right?
Yeah, that's just
going. That's just going. I was playing that before you pulled up. That record goes. That record goes. What went into making that record?
Literally, I just be in the crib. Like I got a little setup, a little home studio and shit. I was trying to make it the night before I actually made it. But I just couldn't catch the flow, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, I'll just try it in the morning. Wake up, I just run that shit. Like, it's hard. But it really came about because, like I said, me and bro be making beats on the phone together. That's one of the beats that we made together. You know what I'm saying? And once I heard it, because he already set the melody, but we built the drums and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, I know what I want to do with it. I just didn't know how I want to execute it. So I know what I wanted to say, but I just freestyled on that joint, just punching in. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a room punching in by myself. Like,
is that normally how you write? Do you normally write or do you punch in like?
Nah, I just punch in. Yeah. I haven't wrote a song since my song Headstones.
Why is that though? Like why don't you sit there and write? Is it just more so of an energy thing when you're in the studio?
Yeah, it's more of an energy thing. Like I found the flow with it. Like at first I used to been try to punch in, but like I used to overthink it.
Yeah.
But now, like I said, I built a flow with it. I mean, yeah, like. And I work by myself. Like I'm more like an independent. I be on some independent shit. Like I don't like niggas recording me no more. For real, like
was that how it was when you first started? You had a bunch of people in the studio with you recording.
Yeah, like I used to write, so I have an engineer punching me in.
Yeah,
and then I be stubborn. So like
if
a nigga, and it don't even be the engineer fault. Sometimes like something might happen with the software. So now I'm like frustrated. I'm like, nah, this shit blowing me. I like being on my own time. Like. It just feel all like it's just a flow. Like me just stopping the track, keeping it going, like bringing it back, punching in again. Like it's like an energy thing, and I'm pumped. Like I'm just in the vibe.
One thing I'm curious about, so like you working with this producer in Germany, right?
Yeah.
You said y'all on the phone, like making beats and stuff. So it's like you making the beat and then you cutting it while he's on the phone with you. It's like, all right.
No. After we make the beat, he send it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Then I record over top of it.
I got you.
But nah, like as far as the process of us making the beat, yeah, he just on the other end of the phone, playing with sounds. I'm like, oh, that sound good. Add that, or add this, take that out, or you should do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, I know Skateboard P is going off. What other records on the project are really ringing off besides that one?
Skateboard P. Now more of them is, not all of them have caught the same traction as Skateboard P, but another one that's under that would be Ridiculous and 4 a.m. in the B&B.
Okay, what is Skateboard P like? Who is that? Like you? Like what is
Skateboard P? I got the inspiration. Like I grew up listening to Pharrell.
Okay.
I ain't never really like listening to Pharrell when I was younger. I used to just always be inspired by his swag, his drip and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was not my mom. My aunt was a fucking big ass Pharrell fan and shit. So I always just peeped his swag and stuff like that. So
yeah,
he was a fly ass nigga. So
yeah, when I was listening to the project, you said some line about like pretty much along the lines like you're in this rap shit, but you want to get bread and like go to real estate or whatever. You're talking about doing stuff bigger. So like, what's your
rich out this rapping shit and then go buy some real estate?
Yeah. So like, what's your aspirations behind that? Like, what's like, I know is rap just the entry point to something you trying to do bigger? Like, what's your goals?
Nah, I'm always gonna make music. Like I love music. Like you know what I'm saying. That's just something I stand tall on that as well. Like knowing why I'm in this shit in the first place, like because I love it. So it's more than just. But as far as like. I mean, like rap is. Don't get me wrong, rap is like an entry point because once you're in the game with rap, like you can dive into any avenue of entertainment and business as well. So whether it be movies, you know what I'm saying, commercial TV, like endorsements with like commercials, like anything. But real estate, yeah, that's one of the things that because obviously a lot of rappers get money and they just blow it on chains and shit, and then they don't got nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So with real estate, that'd just be one of the things that. All right, because there's always slow moments, you know what I'm saying, with rap. Like I say, you never know which one is going to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, keep making music because you love it and keep dropping it. Like, that's what you started for. But it'd be even not even just with the music shit. Like, with business, it might be something as far as the business. You know what I'm saying? That might slow down, so always keep some money coming in, some shit flowing.
Let me ask you, who taught you like the ropes of the game? Because it seems like you know pretty much like the direction you're going in. You like study what you got going on, whether it comes to business, whether it comes to like just being aware about how like people fall off or whatever it is. Has there been like someone that's like kind of like helped you along the way, or is there something that you do on your own where you're doing your due diligence and like just studying the people before you so you don't make the same mistakes that happen?
Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody really teaching me. Like, I just been like I always been a student of the game, if you want to call it that. Like, I always been a student of the game. And not even just with the music shit. Like, I done seen people fall off in, like, real life. You know what I'm saying? So, that just always been something, like, I always took heed. And, like, if something is working, I ain't no, like, have a plan B ass nigga. Because if you going to have a plan A, go fully. You know what I'm saying? In with the plan A. Because you setting up a plan B, that's just playing in the field. Like, that's already setting up, like, damn, I think I'm going to fail. So, I'm going to just have something on the side. But as far as... You know what I'm saying, just having some type of security, because there's always ups and downs. So, and I done seen it, like I said, in real life. So that's something I always made sure I'm like have some type of shit, like just in case. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. So what can we expect from you in the future? Like you dropped the project 2024, you dropped the project this year. Can we expect you to continue on that project run? Are you gonna keep working the records that are now, or drop more singles? Like what's for the future?
Definitely. Working the records that's now. I'm definitely dropping the project. I'm gonna keep dropping projects. Like I said, I'm gonna keep flooding with music. But as these new records are going up, I definitely want to go back and test the waters with these records that have came before that people might not know about. Cause there's definitely some gold in the vault. There's definitely some gold in my catalog that I know. Like, all right, if these going up, new people is tuning in. These shits will definitely go up. These didn't go up because, obviously, I didn't have as much people tuning in at first. So, once they catch on to these joints, shit gonna go up.
Facts. Yeah. Is there any I guess features that you want that are maybe people that are popping right now that you want to like get on a record down the line? Is there people that you aspire to get on records with now? Like, what's your mindset around that?
Yeah. As far as I'm a big R&B fan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, like I told you, I grew up listening to soul music. Like,
yeah.
Before I even like, I was always listening to rap, but I still barely listen to rap. Don't get me wrong. Like I make rap music, but I barely listen to rap. Like I'm R&B most of the day.
Yeah.
Soul music. But
we don't catch you singing on any records anytime soon?
Hell yeah, like I said, I'm about to drop a project before the summer hit. We got some vibes on there for the females, the ladies. More soul shit, you know what I'm saying? Less rapidy rap. So boy but nah, yeah. I wanna work with Cash Page. That's one of my favorite artists. Cash Page. Probably definitely Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to work with a lot of soul artists.
You Odd Future fan?
Hell yeah.
All right, so let me ask
Tyler. Gotta work with Tyler.
I was gonna ask you, who do you think is the best artist at Odd Future? We had this convo on air one time on the pod.
Wait. Would you consider Steve Lacy a part?
I'll consider him a branch of Odd Future.
He was locked in with them.
He was locked in.
I'll say Steve Lacy.
Steve Lacy, okay.
Or Frank Ocean.
Oh, Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Right. That's what he said too. He said Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
I said Tyler, but
Tyler.
Yeah.
See, Tyler, he on a whole different wave right now. Like I fuck with, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean Frank, he need to drop. I want him to drop some more music. He been away for a minute.
I like, it's funny. I like Frank Ocean's Spanish music.
You said Spanish music.
Spanish music, yeah.
I never really dive into his Spanish ones like that.
Spanish music. You gotta tap in with the Spanish music. He got the one song called Cayendo.
Yeah.
Shit hard.
That shit go.
Shit hard.
Okay. What was about to say? What makes you like Steve Lacy so much?
I really fuck with like his just openness. You know what I'm saying? Like how open and how vulnerable he get in his music and stuff. And like you could just feel it's real. Like Eric, don't get me wrong. Everyone in Odd Future are very vulnerable and like down to earth artists. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really fuck with them in general. Like even down to Tyler Creator. Like his last project, Chromacopia. He got deep on that shit. And he left it all on there. So I respect that, you know what I'm saying? Like having no barriers. And because at the end of the day, your music is an expression. Not only is it an expression of you, you know what I'm saying? It's like a therapy. It's like therapeutic. And you never know. I try not to like, because I used to be not scared to open up on my music. But like now I'm like, I don't give a fuck because one, you ain't going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you going, who the fuck gonna say something about what you said on your song? You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't know who can resonate with certain shit.
What was you scared about though? You said you were scared at first to like open up about your music. What was the thing that I guess that was holding you back? Just the reaction of people?
No, not the reaction of people. As an artist, when you creating these songs and you working these, when you're working on these projects and shit, is especially traumatic situations and shit like that. It's like you try to forget about certain shit. And now it's like you unraveling some shit that you try to forget about. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't ever want to revisit that. But it's like, you know that unraveling this shit would be a part of healing. You know what I'm saying? So
the last thing I want to ask you about before we start to close out is you had a show recently at the Landmark, right?
Yeah, Glassboro.
Was that your first like headlining show that you did, or?
Yeah, my first headlining. Matter of fact, I headlined what's that shit called? No, never mind. Yeah, that was my first.
So what was that experience like, having your first headline show, having your fans out come see you that was after you dropped your recent project, correct?
Yeah.
So how was that, like, having people?
That shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my first time performing at Rowan. 1, 2, it was a new audience. Like I seen a bunch of people that I haven't seen out there before, and I had new followers as well, new fans as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, that I tapped in with. And they hit me up after it, like, yo, that was my first time seeing you perform. That was my first time hearing your music. I'm a new fan. You know what I'm saying? So,
how do you keep your fans involved? Do you like have like a subscription thing that you do? Do you have like your own, like, I guess like on IG you have the IG channels where you can like talk to them, stuff like that?
I just been able to create a channel, so I'm definitely create a channel soon. Like, give updates. I see a lot of people channels that be like, you can't talk in it. Yeah. I want to have my channel where everyone could talk and like everyone could communicate with each other. You ever
thought about streaming, like being one of those streamers, like artists, stuff like that?
I've been on streams and stuff, but not on my own, like creating my own Twitch channel.
Okay. Yeah. So
I want to tap in with that for sure, though.
you say you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see artists like DDG, stuff like that. They be on there making music live. That's why I asked about like your producer that's in Germany. I think that would be cool to like tune in to watch y'all session, like how you making music with somebody that's a whole different part of the world, and then coming out with a hit. That shit would be fire, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have a. I want. If I was to do that, I would definitely try to sit on that and try to, you know what I'm saying, have it some type of like more creative and more engaging.
Nah, for sure. So let everybody know where they can find you at, or we can go stream your music.
I can go find my music. Shaddi G on all, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, SHADDI space G. On Instagram, Twitter, all that shit, _SHADDIG.
Solid. We appreciate you pulling up, bro. Appreciate you stopping by the
for
studio.
having me.
That's all I got for this episode of the Face of the Future podcast. It's your boy Myles. Peace. My God, is that the Faces of the Future?